Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We got a new car for the channel. Look at this thing. Beautiful. FD3S, I learned today. I know so much about rotaries. I'm the rotary master expert guy.
Me.
Yeah, it's actually Enzo. So this is Enzo, if you don't know him. He's one of our part-time employees here. He helps with order packing and a bunch of stuff like that. But this is your first car purchase in Japan. How do you feel?
I made a mistake.
There's just no way to deal with this situation except laugh about it.
It's so bad, but yeah, there's nothing you can do. It's my fault. I mean, what can I say? Huh?
I'm excited there's a rotary on the channel, guys. We need to talk about this, but god damn. So as you can see, she's a little bit of a fixer-upper. Enzo, what was the ad like? It said just needs a new radiator. The alarm system sometimes goes on and off, and
the front wheels are mismatched.
Oh, mixed-matched front tires. Yeah. Okay, nothing else. Great, perfectly running FD.
That was literally all it was.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't really have words.
Yeah, neither do I, to be honest. But
look, at the end of the day, let's look at the positive, right? How much is just an FD shell in the USA?
Like 20 grand.
20 grand. And you're American, so you know.
Yeah.
And 20 grand for just a shell. You got a good running engine. From what we know, it's a good running engine. We should probably check that. But it sounds good. It sounds all right. It does run. It does run.
And it doesn't smoke, so.
It doesn't smoke. Okay, that's rare.
That's a good starting spot.
But yes, this thing definitely needs like a whole front clip replaced. It was involved in an accident, that's for sure. That's obvious. And it just seems like it was slapped together. And you said like previously it was in the auctions, right?
It was in the auctions.
Unsold, right?
Yeah.
Or
no,
sold?
It's sold.
And then you bought it through the person you got it through.
Yeah, it sold like last month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this looks like, and I think we were talking about this before, but it looks like someone kind of just quickly fixed this thing up. It looks like it got crashed, then it was just sat somewhere in storage, and then someone just quickly grabbed a couple fenders, did some bad paint, and then slapped it all together to make it look good in photos for auction, right? Hoping that someone would blind buy it.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. And yeah, so Enzo found this thing on Yahoo Auctions.
It was cheap.
It was very cheap, a lot less than what just a shell for an FD costs in the US.
It was a really good deal.
It was a really good deal. And Enzo's always been into rotaries. He actually just sold his FC in the US.
Yep, that's right.
Because he's focusing on his life here in Japan. And yeah, this was its replacement.
Maybe not the best replacement.
It's all good. It's all good. I think we've got a little bit of a game plan. So I guess at the end of the day, like, I mean, Enzo went and looked at it, but you can be excited and all that kind of stuff, and you overlook stuff. And all we knew was that it needed a new radiator. We knew it was a little rough in this corner, but that was it. We didn't know it was this bad. If the engine's all good and the drivetrain's all good, this is still worth a lot of money. It looks like we'll be able to just replace the front clip, spend a bit of money on that, get the car repainted, fenders all fixed up, because these are like a little how you doing, bunch of putty there, and there's just putty in weird places and overspray in weird places. So for the most part, it's a running FD. Do you want to start her up? You want to hear some rotary? We've got it full of water, so we need to find out where this leak's coming from. We think it's a cracked radiator, like top tank. So I just got this thing full of water. Doesn't have an airflow. Wait, do these have airflow meters? No.
No.
Interesting. So, okay, it just doesn't have a filter sponge in there right now. It should be all right. Do you think this battery will start it? We've had it on the charger for a while.
No.
You don't know. Oh, whoa. Dude, the lights just went down. Didn't we just spend all that time winding them up?
Is the battery connected?
Yeah, battery's... Oh, one goes up. One goes up. Hey!
Well, I guess one motor is up.
One motor works. All right, that's a good sign. Crank her up, see if she'll run. I'm gonna stand very far away. No. Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Is this the alarm thing they advertised?
Maybe.
Come on. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
It wasn't even cranking fast.
You know what? That makes me feel a lot better for you. Yeah. I'm devastated. I'm so devastated for him. But dude, this sounds good. Can you rev a rotary engine cold?
Warm it up a little bit.
Warm it up a bit. Yeah, the motor sounds really good.
It's pretty low mileage, so it's got
Is
like
it?
66,000 kilometers.
Only 66? Yeah, that's really good. We're just looking for a leak. I don't see anything yet. Maybe we've got to wait for it to heat up a bit, build some pressure. We'll let it keep drinking. Definitely pushing out a bunch of air. It's quiet, dude, for a rotary. Bear in mind though, like all my friends that have rotaries have like insane builds. Dude, I can't believe it's not smoking. How old is the gas in this thing too? Who knows, right?
That's a very good question.
I think, what's like a motor in one of these worth these days?
The stock one, probably 3-4 grand.
3 or 4 grand? That's cheaper than an RB, man. That can't be right. Really?
So, yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like 10 grand.
On an engine? No.
Maybe that's maybe that's a 3 rotor.
Yeah, 3 rotor maybe, yeah.
Just looking for coolant leaks. Don't see anything yet. It's like a little rotary swimming pool up here. Anything?
No.
Before anyone asks, Little Bow Wow's actually his dad.
This is true. This is true.
It sounds responsive, dude. I don't know, why isn't it leaking coolant? If it's got a blown radiator, shouldn't it be pouring out by now?
Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely...
It's a self-fixing leak. It's fine, bro. Wait, is this coolant too?
No. This is.
Oh, that is coolant there too. That's the... Oh, God. Close it, close it. Shit. What happens if the coolant seals are blown in this?
Oh, it'll smoke.
It'll just be smoking?
It'll be smoking.
Okay.
It'd be very easy to tell. The fact that there's no smoke at all is an insane sign.
Really?
Yeah,
well, if it's done 66,000 kilometers, that's good.
Be fine. Usually these engines, I mean, the FDs, they're twin turbo. They usually last around like 100,000 miles, and then
yeah, the twin turbos, I think GCG was showing me they rebuild them all the time because the manifolds crack and stuff.
Yep, and that's about when the compression starts to go down a little bit around that mark. So that's usually when people rebuild. I think it was actually recommended by Mazda to rebuild at around 100,000.
Really?
100,000 miles, yeah.
So I imagine like if we fix this, big Garrett single with an R-Tech manifold.
That was my idea. I wanted to go single, so.
All the money for the big Garrett's going into fixing this, I think. I don't see any leaks yet, man. How long does it take for these to warm up? I'm like really out of my comfort zone with this thing. To me, this is like one of those unknown, like mythical creatures like a unicorn. I know nothing about rotaries. I know they sound cool. I know they're sick. I got friends that have them, and I've always wanted one, but I am so uncomfortable around this thing.
Happy I brought a rotor into Sam's life now.
He's not wrong. This is so upsetting. Is the leak in coolant? Ah, yeah. Just a little. It's not that bad, man. It looks like it's just dripping from the top of the tank here, which sucks because all of this has to come off because it's a V-mount, right? I'll show you guys. It looks like we just have a little leak at the top of the end tank there. Just slowly dripping. I think they resprayed the hood. Oh my gosh! Hey, at least they taped over the sticker for you. They didn't even take it off. That's so funny. This was 100% just let's spray it, make it look somewhat together, and hope someone in America buys it.
I hope this guy buys it.
Literally, literally. Hey, it has a 13B in it. Oh, there's more here. It's nice that they actually did that. Yeah. They had some care about it. Oh, some of the sticker came off.
AC.
Oh, that's the AC sticker.
AC.
It has 1348. Hey, does it blow cold? Go find out. I mean, maybe the condenser has a hole in it from the crash, but find out. I mean, it seems like it's somewhat holding coolant. Like I tried to turn the AC on. It didn't work. The knob just came straight off. Oh no. They're blowing cold air. Oh, the airbag's been deployed at some point and fixed up. I mean, that makes sense. It's been in a front accident. I don't know, man. It's not getting cold. Maybe out of gas, which would make sense.
But it's not cold.
Yeah. It's blowing. You can hear the AC pump on though. Yep. Compressor. Oh, the whole front end's vibrating. Yeah, I'd say the gas there's probably a puncture or something in the condenser. If the radiator has a hole in it, that probably does too. I love your knob for the fan.
Thank you. Yeah, works great.
Well, there's a rotary on the channel. It's not mine yet. We were joking before that I might end up buying this off him, but I don't know. I think you did pretty good. For the amount that you paid for this is just insanely cheap. Because like the engine's super low mileage, the body is too. There's no major rust under the car, which is also nice. The tires are definitely dry rotted like crazy. Like I would not drive on that. But yeah, it has these like molded in rear over fenders too, which I've never seen before. They look good though. They look nice.
Yeah. Spacers in the rear.
Yeah, get some big like Advan GT3s or GT. Yeah, man. Be nice. GT series wheels look sick on that. I like the SSRs that it came with. So, we need to come up with a game plan. He did not know that it had all this damage on there. And it obviously could be an issue for Shucken, which we're a little concerned about. But yeah, I think spend a bit of money on this, fix it up, replace the front clip, and then you'll have a running and driving good FD.
It'd be nice. That might be the move.
Getting Shucken on this should be doable. We just got to make the headlights stay up and they have to be like level and perfect. But otherwise, I think that should be it. Yeah, this thing definitely needs a lot of love.
What did I do?
I'm not gonna lie, like when you told me how much you were buying this for, I was like, did you look at it? And you're like, yeah, it looks great. I was literally like, I didn't know FDs were so cheap. So I started researching to see if I could buy an FD that cheap. I couldn't find anything.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope.
So I was just like, oh, I hope he's really getting a good deal. Cause I was like, man, if I can get an FD and he gets an FD, we can mob together and that'll be sick. We ain't doing any mobbing in this for a while. I think it's going to be a good fixer-upper. I think we're going to turn this thing into a nice story on the channel and just get this thing running and fixed. And look, if there's one thing I've learned is Bala knows how to make cars look good. So we'll get this thing sorted out and fixed up. Rohab will help us find some parts for it too and get this thing minty again. The biggest thing I was worried about was if the strut was moved. It's not. There's no kinks in the rails, so that's really good. But yeah, it's just a little sad. It's a little sad.
Just a little bit. just a little bit.
All right, so once we fix this thing up, right, we got to get this thing repainted, right? So I'm thinking, hear me out, Hulk green, and we put like a big fist down the side.
The face too.
Yep, the face, yep. And then we go to one of those car parks and we reenact the scene.
I like it.
Yeah.
That might be the move.
Yep. Yep, definitely.
I got the wheel too.
You do? Do you? What? Wait, what? What, is it in your backpack? Shut up. This is no way do you actually have that in your backpack.
I was like, this is the one thing I could do. I could bring the wheel. It's nice. It's signed by Adam.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's so funny that you actually had a wheel in your backpack.
I have to bring
He has like the headphones. Wait, do you have like a set of Jordans in here for sale too?
Somewhere in there, probably.
You're in trouble now, you know that, right?
Is it May?
It's Vargas.
Oh, it's Mark. The timing.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah. So, I mean, replace the front clip, some new paint, I think it'll be mint.
It looks all stock.
It is. I'm starting to pull it apart now. But, yeah, like, it's got some cool, like, Aria Mamiya stuff on here and whatnot. I don't know what they did here. I think they cut it all out to fit some aftermarket thing or something and then just messed the whole thing up. But just the front clip. So if we cut out that and put a new one in, I think it'll be okay. It definitely was, like, in a pretty decent front rack. But not bad.
Don't look too bad.
Yeah, and I mean, like, dude, it runs nice.
Realistically, like what I see there, like it would just be spot welds getting drilled out.
Okay.
Just doing that. But for that price, like you can't beat that.
Okay. That's good.
You know, it's as they going over here in the US. Like,
Yeah.
They're a piece of shit with a salvage title's 30 grand.
What?
Yeah.
Is that even with a running engine?
Some shells are going for 30 without engines, but they're
That's what I said.
Well, I just took the front intercooler out. I'm already impressed at Nissan's engineering compared to Mazda engineering. This is great. Oh wow. So it looks like, yeah, I'd say this thing just got messed up in the crash. There's like broken pieces of fiberglass and plastic everywhere. Like throughout the car, like, and stuck all in like the radiator and whatnot. I'm glad the fan didn't turn on because that would have smacked on the battery. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of like keep digging through this. We're gonna try and get the radiator out because I want to look at all the damage in there to see if even if we buy another radiator, if it's gonna even fit in there first. Because if we can't fit a radiator in there because like things are twisted up, like we know this is meant to have a bend in it from the factory. You can actually see this is all kinked and twisted, which is why they welded on this like extra washer here or brazed it on. So that they could even bolt it in the first place. So like all this whole side here is just twisted and mangled. I was about to say, what have I gotten myself into? But yes. What have I gotten myself into? Because this is your car, Enzo. This thing's gonna be apart in 30 minutes. But at least talking to Vargas, we kind of like have an idea of like the value of these things, and now we want to fix it even more. Because that's ridiculous. I can't believe how much money these things are worth and how much Enzo paid is just like insane. So we're gonna probably definitely have this thing sorted out. Even if Enzo doesn't want it, I'll probably end up taking it. There we go, I said it. Just got the battery tray out and I think I know why your aircon's not working, Enzo. Have a look at here, come around from the other side. The aircon line there, completely snapped in two. That must have happened in the crash. You can see it's a little kinked here too, I think. I don't think that's meant to be there. Let's just check on the other side. Yeah, I think... oh, bro, yeah. No, that's kinked. Really bad. Yikes. That's not good. I wonder if that's fixable. Yeah, the front rail's kinked really bad there. Ooh. How much is a new shell here? We're gonna give this thing a good little scrub, clean off all the dirt and things like that, just so we can see everything and that there's nothing else hidden in here. But yeah, this frame rail is really bent. You can actually see it really good here. Holding the camera right here, you can see how far to the left that frame rail is bent. When you look at this one, that's straight on. So I'm not too worried. I'm pretty certain we can get that fixed. Bella has frame straightening racks and all that kind of stuff, so I think it'll be okay, and I still think it'll be a good purchase for Enzo. But first things first is let's give this thing a good little bath in the engine bay so we can see what's going on. Sprayed everything with simple green. I've got rags clogged up in all of the intake piping. Let's see if this thing, if it's gonna shine anymore. So a bit more time has passed, and yeah, I think we're gonna be passing on this one. So what's happening?
Yeah.
Enzo's gonna try and resell this. So I guess here's where you guys have the opportunity to help him. If any of you guys want this car, it's a parts car, I would say. It has good papers and title and all that kind of stuff. This left-hand side, while the passenger side rail is bent. This is all repairable though. It's got a good engine, low miles, all that kind of stuff. I think Enzo said, what do you want, like 15 grand?
Yeah, like 15 grand.
Like 15K USD, and we can help arrange it to be shipped overseas to the US or anything like that. I think shipping to the US would be anywhere from 2 to 3 grand depending, but we'd work with Rohab and he'd help you guys get this car over there. We would set it up so it's drive on, drive off. So it would replace the radiator so you don't have a leaky radiator, or we'll just like JB weld it or something so that it can drive on the boat and drive off the boat. But for this thing to be a proper running and driving car, it definitely needs a front clip and definitely needs that front rail straightened out. So if any of you guys are interested in an FD3S, you can help out Enzo here. And what's the next purchase going to be once you sell this? This is probably
S15? Is it
S15? Oh, see now I know something about S15. But this sucks. I always warn people about being careful in Japan. Yes, the culture here is amazing. There's a lot of honor, a lot of respect and things like that. But this happens a lot on Yahoo auctions, unfortunately, as well as just the auction house in general. This did go through the USS Tokyo as well, and it exchanged hands a couple times before it got to the person that sold it to Enzo on Yahoo auctions. And it was not advertised as a crash car. It was advertised as, hey, needs a new radiator. The radiator's broken in it, and there's mix match wheels on it, and there's something weird with the alarm, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with the alarm. But yeah, that's kind of it. So I think this is where this FD is gonna finish with us. I definitely don't need another project car right now. As much as I'd love an FD, I'd like one that doesn't need work. But yeah, it sucks. This is probably, it's like, I know exactly how it feels because I had this happen to me before too. So, you know, the Evo was a similar situation for me too, unfortunately, and I still haven't been able to replace it yet. Still, like, I've looked at so many TME RSs recently and TMEs, and it's just, yeah. But yeah, this is where we're at. So if anyone wants this, you can buy it. I'll put Enzo's Instagram in the description so you can talk to him and he'll help you guys export this out of the country, whether it's Australia, New Zealand, or the USA. I'd highly recommend someone in the USA snap this up. 15 grand USD for a complete FD that has a front end damage with a good running engine and stuff. Like, just alone the parts on this car are worth way more than that. So there's a freaking megaphone speaker over there, and it just does all these alerts all the time, every single day at exactly 5:30. So if you guys ever hear that, that means it's 5:30 p.m. here. And it's kind of, that sound means like it's time to go home.
Time to go home.
Time to go home, but I'm not going home.
It's time for me to go home.
It's time for you to go home? Yeah.
I'm done.
Enzo, it's all right. You can buy a wifey pillow and spoon with that tonight. Let me just park this thing, but it blows my mind. Like, the transmission feels so butter smooth. It doesn't have like that crazy floppiness to it. But yeah, it's wild. A factory manual, see it in this kind of condition is insane. And the dash looks beautiful, not cracked. These gauges are sick. It's so sad, man. Like, I gotta stop thinking about it because then that makes me want to buy it. Kind of a little bit of a sad day, I guess. One kind of good thing is we had some electricians come today and install 3 new lights up the back there, which really just fill in that dark zone issue that we had when we were working on cars up on the lift. And as you can see, look how lit up everything is up the back here. This is great. They're actually coming back again on Monday to install another light in that dark area over there in that corner, and to finish the wiring for the BenPack lifts. The temporary wire that the installers put in, it's been fine, but it's just hang up and, you know, all over the place and it's not proper. So they're running these, and they had some kind of issue with the connector size here or something not fitting what they had. So this is just sitting here temporarily until they can get the right connector piece to go into the side of the box or something like that. So yeah. It's kind of good. I'm excited because we're going to just have those 2 things up there and then it'll be good. So a little bit of a shop upgrade happening. Anyways, guys, I think we're going to wrap up today's video there. Obviously, if you do know anyone that would be interested in purchasing the FD of Enzo, it would be super cool to see him get his money back. And obviously, then you can use that to get an actual running and driving car. I've been in this situation before, and I'm sure many of you guys watching have as well. It sucks, and I just only want to see him be able to get the money back that he paid for it. So if you guys do know anyone that would want that, either you can use that as a parts car to save a couple FDs, or you could probably fix that up and still be like money into it, way less than what buying. Seems like even a shell, like a good shell's like 30 grand with no engine, which is mind blowing to me. But anyways, that aside, guys, smash the like button, rest a comment, and subscribe. Do not buy cars without thoroughly checking them out beforehand. Don't buy anything blind. Let that be a lesson. And yeah, be safe out there. I don't know. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for 700K. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.